and welcome to this month's Kay & Burton Market Report. I'm Mona Ibellini, and this report is brought to you by Kay & Burton and Dr. Andrew Wilson from My Housing Market. The Melbourne weekend auction market continues to weather the constraints and uncertainties of coronavirus restrictions and has reported another record-breaking month over July. Melbourne recorded a weekend auction clearance rate of 74.8% over July, which was higher than the 73.8% reported over June, and well ahead of the 47.7% shutdown impacted result recorded over July last year. The Melbourne market continues to adapt to lockdown constraints, with buyer and seller activity bouncing back quickly as restrictions are eased, with July ending with a month-high clearance rate despite the flood of midwinter listings. Despite ongoing lockdown uncertainties, the Melbourne auction market has set yet another monthly record for listings following the unprecedented results reported in June and May. 5,275 homes were listed for Saturday auction over July at a monthly record average of 1,055 per weekend, which, although lower than the 1,244 averaged over June, remains significantly ahead of the 450 averaged over July last year. Melbourne reported another monthly record weekend auction sales turnover over July of over $1.7 billion at a weekend average of over $340 million. That was predictably well ahead of last year's coronavirus-impacted July result. Melbourne's North East reported the highest regional monthly auction clearance rate over July, followed by the Inner East, North and Inner South regions. All Melbourne regions again reported remarkable annual median auction prices growth for houses over July, with the Inner South and North East clear leaders. Melbourne's premium inner suburban auction markets have continued to report strong clearance rates despite record midwinter listings and lockdown interruptions. High clearance rates over July 2021 continue to push prices generally higher in premium areas compared to June. The Mornington Peninsula reported more strong results over July, although auction clearance rates fell below 90% for the first time since March. Median house auction prices fell again over July, compared to June, to marginally below $1 million at $960,000, reflecting fewer higher-priced houses listed. Rosebud was the most popular weekend auction suburb on the Mornington Peninsula over July, with a clearance rate of 92.3%. The Melbourne weekend auction market continues to produce robust results for sellers generally, despite the distractions and constraints of intermittent coronavirus lockdowns. Lockdowns early in July pushed activity levels down, with clearance rates falling, impacted particularly by predictably high levels of auction withdrawals. The local market, however, again rebounded strongly as restrictions were eased, with clearance rates and auction volumes climbing sharply by month's end. Seller confidence clearly remains positive, with July producing yet another record monthly high for auction listings, which has clearly failed to significantly challenge buyer depth. Melbourne's premium home auction markets also continue to produce strong results for sellers despite lockdown constraints and the usual midwinter distractions that provide a lower proportion of higher-priced homes for sale at this time of year. Similarly, for the Mornington Peninsula, fewer higher-priced offerings have impacted prices and clearance rates, albeit marginally. The Melbourne market remains primed for the usual spring resurgence in activity despite more strong results over July, and particularly with plenty of upside potential for more prices growth, further COVID interruptions notwithstanding. Thank you for watching this month's Kate and Burton Market Report. We look forward to seeing you next month.